Hey everyone, let's start with question number 5 in the series of SAT geometry. I'll read the question first. A right square pyramid has an integer base edge length and an integer height. The pyramid has a volume of 11,200 cubic inches. If the slant height is 29 inches, what is the height in inches of the pyramid? So we need to find the height of this pyramid. So I'm just going to draw a perpendicular here, and this perpendicular is going to be the height here. And let me name this triangle as triangle ABC. And we will assume that the side length of this square base is given by the variable s. Now, it is given to us that the volume of this square pyramid is 11,200 cubic inches. Now, the formula for the volume of any pyramid is 1 by 3 times the base area times the height of the pyramid. So, here I will put the values now. So, the volume is 11,200 equals 1 by 3. The base area, we don't know the exact value of it, but since we have assumed that the side length is s, and since the base is a square, so the area of the square with the side length of s would be s squared times h. Now we cannot do anything further here because we do not know the value of s, so we cannot solve for h from this equation. So I'm going to put this as equation number 1. The next information that is given to us in this question is that the slant height is 29 inches. So the slant height is basically this side length AC here. I'm going to denote it by L. So here ABC is forming a right angle triangle where L is the slant height and H is the height of the pyramid, which we need to find. And BC is going to be the half of the side length. So the side length is S, so BC is going to be S by 2 here. So I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem in triangle ABC. So from there we know that the square of the hypotenuse, which is L, is equal to the sum of the square of the height and the base. So L squared equals H squared plus the base is BC, so that is S by 2 squared. Now from the question we also know what is the value of this L, which is 29. So I'm going to put the value here. So 29 squared is equal to H squared plus S by 2 whole squared. Now here we are having two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now both the equations are equations in two variables, so we can use the elimination method or the substitution method to solve this. But in SAT we are allowed to use Desmos, so we are going to use that in order to find the value of H and S. Please note that I'm going to use S as X in Desmos and H as Y because we can only represent in terms of X and Y in Desmos. So this equation will be 11,200 equals 1 by 3 x squared y. I'm just replacing S with X and H with Y. And this one would be 29 squared is equal to y squared plus x by 2 whole squared. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put them in Desmos. So we have 11,200 is equal to 1 by 3 x squared y. Oh, my bad. Like this. And the other one is 29 squared is equal to y squared plus x by 2 whole squared. Now these are our equations. I'm just going to maximize this. So the solution to this question would be one of the 4 points that you are seeing here that are intersecting. So now we have to figure out that which point would be the answer here, right? You can see here we have negative 52, 12 approximately, negative 40, 21, 40, 21, and 52, 12 approximately. These are decimal numbers. Now, clearly, we can eliminate these where we have negative values because these represent the side length and the height, and neither of them can ever be negative, right? So that's why we will clearly eliminate these 2 points here. And now let's read the question again. Let's go back here. Now, here, let's read the first line. A right square pyramid has an integer base edge length, and an integer height. So it clearly tells us that S and H can only be integers. So let's go back here. So now here we can again eliminate this 52.72, right? And we will mark this as our final answer 40, 21, because you can see here both 40 and 21, in which 40 is the x and 21 is the y, where x means it's s actually, and y is the height, right? That's h. So that means the height of the pyramid is 21 and the side length of the square base is 40. But since we were just asked to find the height of the pyramid, which came out to be 21, this is 40, so 21 is our final answer.